Hello, this is Cath again, talking about love. And my story today is, I hope for you, a story of hope. This is for those amongst us who are still looking for the love of your life. I too was in that search, and this is what happened, and I hope it will help you. Let me just say right up front that I still believe that it's worth the persistence. I know there are people amongst us who are single, they love it that way, and they want to keep it that way. And I say, yes, do that. But if you are interested in somehow finding the love of your life, let my story be one of hope for you. This is it. It came to what I consider my last date, my last blind date ever. I had it. I am not going to do it again, and this is what happened. I agreed to meet this man at a cafe near the ocean where I live. It was a lunch, and so it could only last so long, and then bye-bye if it didn't work out. So I showed up, and he showed up, and you know how in those first seconds, very often you just know, and it was one of those, and I'm going, oh no, this is not going to work out. You know, and you try to stay open, but at some level you know. So at any rate, we ordered our lunch, and then honestly, this is the first thing that he said once we started our conversation, that he was waiting for his VA disability to begin. And inside I just dropped. And I said, oh, Cath, just ask him. Just ask him, you know, what's it about? And so I asked him, and I said, oh, and what could that be about? And in the next sentence, he said that it was about his VA disability for manic depression. And everything in me said, no, I'm not going to go down that street. I had been, maybe you've done this too, you're in a situation with a relationship and you're going, oh, let me fix your life. It's just going to be so much better once you do what I think you ought to do. I learned that lesson. I was not going to do it again. So I managed to make it through lunch, and he asked me after lunch if I wanted to go on his plumbing appointment with him, and I declined, and I went home, and I had this conversation with the universe. I am done. If I'm supposed to meet someone, they are going to have to knock on my door because I am done. If I have to live the rest of my life single, I can do it. I've done it. I probably had the longest dating season in my whole life. And so that was it. That was August of one year. In October of the same year, I got an email out of the blue, kind of a knocking on my door in a way. And the email said, I saw your website. It's great. Keep up the good work. Oh, well, I wrote back, who are you? Where are you? And that began an exchange of communication that led to us physically meeting in the same space. And when that happened, this is one of those situations where my whole body, every cell in my body said, yes, this is going to be just fine. So it took until 50 years. I hate to discourage you, but sometimes it takes what it takes. And I can honestly say that 26 years later, married and worth the persistence, worth the done. And I don't know if that'll be your story, but what I wish for you is what happened for me, is that you find the love of your life and then you share life together. It's quite the thing. This is Cath, humantuneup.com, talking about love. Thanks for listening.